Hi, I'm Daniel Suarez, Vice Chairman for the WBC Muay Thai. I'm down here in South East London at what can only be described as one of the best gyms I know in the UK. I'm here with Alan Keddle. Alan, nice to see you again. Always good to see you, mate.
Dan.
How's things going?
Very well, thank you.
The gym's doing well, as always?
Yeah, it's doing good.
And listen, you've got a number of WBC fighters in your gym who've won the title.
We have.
How many are we talking about now, Alan?
We've got Dylan, Jonathan, Benice. I think it's 3 at the moment that we've had before, and there's others to come.
Yeah, I know you. I've been watching your camp, and as I watch most camps, and yeah, you've got some terrific fights. So, what do you see about Muay Thai in the UK today?
Well, it's a growing sport. I think it's grown more since the introduction of MMA, because it's put the highlight on the sports and what the individual sports are that were involved in MMA. Before that, I think the sport was smaller. Some people say that MMA has shrank Thai boxing, but I think it's the other way around. I think it's brought the focus into Thai boxing. You've got MMA athletes from all around the world competing in Thai boxing as well as MMA, and learning in traditional camps.
Fighters in different from MMA to Thai to kickboxing. Yeah, we see that a lot with fighters, but I think that's purely also the number of shows that are available to compete on, and also the opponents that they're able to obtain to fight for titles and such like. Don't you think?
But definitely, if you think of the 80s and 90s, there was not even a fifth of the availability of shows that they've got now. If you look around the ceilings of this gym, they were, going back 15, 20 years ago, the selection of shows you go to is very small. The amount of organisations running were 1 or 2.
Yeah, I must admit, I looked around your gym and I was admiring some of the posters. Even saw a couple of my old promotions from many years ago, WBC, yeah.
I said the green belt was the one that fighters now want to win. And as I was pointing out earlier on, it's an organisation that says no. Now, you'd think that's the wrong way of looking at it. You want an organisation that says yes. But we're used to that. We're used to many world titles that just allow anyone to fight for them.
So in your personal opinion, what would you say would be the main difference between one organisation saying yes to a fight and the WBC saying no?
Rankings. They need to know who the fighter is. Have they been ranked before and fought against other WBC ranked fighters? Rather than you saying, look, the guy's selling 300 tickets, I want a world title at any expense, they put it on. At least with the WBC, just like any other body, they had the early struggles, but now it's an organisation that they want the belt. And the belt also has like a value as well, in terms of the actual belt's value and the value, what it's like to fight for it. Whereas some belts, you are fighting for a world title, doing all that training, and you get a 50 quid belt turn up, which is an embarrassment to give to a guy that's fought his heart out. With the famous green belt, there's a value to the belt. You just got to take a look at it and you know there's something that's worth winning. And the fact that the WBC have a ranking system and say no to people, you've got to be qualified to do this, you've got to be in the rankings to do this, we need to recognise who you are. That's the way forward, I think, for them.
It's really nice to hear you say that, Alan, because a lot of people don't realise that the work that goes in behind the scenes with the WBC regarding our ranking committee that's set every month to rank fighters from around the world, and also the quality of our belts. All our belts are made by high specialised people, and they all come from Thailand. So if you've got a belt that didn't come from Thailand, it's not WBC.
That counts for a lot with fighters. When you think about it, there's not a lot of money in the sport of Thai boxing. At the moment, it might be going forwards. So what they've got to get out of the fight is a good show, and to know the person they're fighting is ranked, but also going forward. If you take someone like Benice, for example, who's got other people, students in the gym that she teaches, or her own son, that's something to look forward to in the future. So look what I've won, look what I've got. This is the belt. When it's on their mantelpiece or on their pride of place in their house, that counts for something. If you're giving them something that's has no value and it looks ugly, it's not a good thing to look at.
I agree with what you're saying. I mean, at the end of the day, anybody looking at a WBC belt knows that it's a belt of champions. It's
a quality belt to look at, and obviously it's from a boxing background originally, so you've got all that history of WBC champions in boxing. Hopefully that can cross over into this sport, which it's starting to do. Starting to see the WBC on a few more shows now. Yep, they made some mistakes early doors, I'm not denying that. But going forwards from there, in a very difficult sport where there's a lot of politics, I think one organisation needs to go through as the premier organisation. I think the WBC will be that. organisation.
I totally agree, and I'm not being biased because I'm WBC. I see WBC as probably the best in the world when it comes to the sport of Muay Thai, with the titles that it gives and the ranking systems that it has. But yeah, we've got some good fighters coming up in the UK now, and it's going to be my job, or part of my job, to ensure that they move forward. Alan, it's been great talking to you, mate.
Great to talk to you.
Always
Dennis.
a pleasure to see you, and good luck
As
in the
ever.
future.
Thank you very much.